Okay, this is Block 5, the Roaring Twenties, Section 3, A Changing Society, with the section beginning with mass consumption and consumer culture. In the 1920s, for the first time really in American history, the vast majority of the American people start to buy lots of stuff. That all of the factories in America are now out there producing stuff that is cheap enough for the average person to buy. And the average person makes enough money to buy it. If you lived in a town or a city, or one of the newly emerging suburbs, what you had in your house started to define what economic level you lived at. The 1920s are the birth of mass advertising. The 1920s are the birth of the modern corporation, selling stuff to the American people. And we see on this is an advertisement for a General Electric refrigerator. New stuff, new inventions that make life easier. Refrigerators become popular in the 1920s. Washing machines become popular in the 1920s. This goes a hugely long way to freeing up women to work outside the home. Washing the clothes was something that took all day long, before the washing machine is invented. Now that your average working class, middle class family can afford a washing machine, it allows mom to do other things with her life than wash clothes on Mondays or Wednesdays or whatever wash day happened to be. Whether it's refrigerators or stoves or you name it, people were buying it. If you're interested, go Google, a 1920s kitchen or 1920s appliances. People were buying this stuff up left and right. And for the most part, it was pretty well made. Some people are buying on credit. This is a new thing for common, regular, everyday people. And we're so used to it now. Put 10% down, spend the next 5 years paying off the rest of it. Until the 1920s, unless you had cash to buy something, you weren't buying it. That you were kind of shut out of the equation. The 1920s brings about down payments for average regular people, payment plans, buying on margin, that you put down, if you want a new refrigerator and it costs, $50, which is a big chunk of money, you put down $10 when you buy it, and then every month you pay $5 for 8 months until it's paid off. That helps people buy things they otherwise couldn't afford, but it also puts people in danger of going into debt. And that began to happen as the 1920s wore on. And you know this perfectly well, once you want one thing, you very often want the next thing, the new version, something bigger, something better. And people started, going down that consumer path. Today, in 2012, the United States' entire economy is pretty much based on consumer spending. What do we as consumers buy? What stuff and what services do we purchase every day, every year? In the 1920s, that is when that started. Before that, American industry was making stuff, to build cities, build bridges, build roads. Now American industry is building stuff for you to use at home. And this new consumer culture with all of its pros and cons, pros, life gets easier. Cons, everybody's looking at the neighbor to see what he has. How come he has the new, washing machine and we don't? Becomes a part of American culture.